Right, we're going to move on to Manchester United and Juventus' swap deal for Paulo Dybala and Romelu Lukaku. We understand it's moving closer after Juventus' sporting director flew to London for talks. Mark, where are we with this potential swap deal here?
This is a massive deal. This is an exciting one. This is one that really should get Manchester United fans' mouths watering, because this is some player. We know he didn't have the best of seasons last season, but what an opportunity for Manchester United to sign a really highly regarded youngster and really transform their summer. We understand that there are representatives from Juventus in the country, in London, meeting with Manchester United. It's our understanding that this deal has been agreed between the two clubs. A swap deal with Romelu Lukaku and Paulo Dybala is done. It's now left to the agents and the player and Manchester United to agree a financial package that is suitable for all concerned. So it's just a case of Dybala looking at Manchester United. Does he feel this is the right move for him? Agreeing the money and then deciding, does he want to go? He's in Italy today. He's training with Juventus and will be meeting Maurizio Sarri after training to discuss his potential move away and his future. So it's a big day on this deal, but I don't think we can underestimate the importance of this signing and how exciting this one can be. Yeah,
and you mentioned that, how important, how exciting it could be. Anton, we did touch on this a little bit yesterday. What would Dybala bring to United?
Well, I think it's exciting. I don't think Manchester United fans are excited enough. I genuinely think this could be arguably the best deal of the summer if this pulls off and Dybala settles in England, because they're getting pace, they're getting creativity, they're getting a fantastic finisher. They're getting a player who's still only 25. They're getting a player who's close to Paul Pogba, who's worked with him before, which could be crucial. There's a really good write-up on the on SkySports.com by Pete Smith, who's been speaking to Francesco Casati, who's Sky Italia's sort of Juventus insider, and he's been telling, you know, how hard he's been working, how he's tried to make it work at Juventus, how he's tried to work on the relationship with Ronaldo, and how it obviously just hasn't worked out for him. So this move could be fantastic for Manchester United, because they're getting a player, like I said, at an age where he can still get better. One down season doesn't make him a bad player. He scored 20-odd goals, nearly 30 goals the season before. That's what Manchester United would love, isn't it? Surely a player to get, a kind of mercurial player to get excited about that works well with your other mercurial player that you haven't managed to get the best out of for the last 3 months. Win-win.
Yeah, I mean, some fans getting in touch, you mentioned that they're not excited enough. I've just got one here from Bernie who says, if we could accommodate Lukaku, I would rather he stayed than a player who doesn't want to come here, potentially another Di Maria disaster waiting to happen. And I think that has been reflected. There are plenty of United fans, I can assure you, that are getting excited about this, but there does seem to be a little bit of apprehension, because it's kind of like they've seen it before, and they're scared that the same thing's going to happen.
I get that, but look, you know, just because he's an attacker from Argentina doesn't mean he's going to be the same as Angel Di Maria. You know, this is a 4-time Serie A winner, 3-time Coppa Italia winner. He's got 24 caps for Italy in a team that's got the likes of Messi and Aguero and Icardi. This is a very, very good player that's been in Italy for a long time. It doesn't mean he won't be able to settle just because previously other players haven't settled. You know, give the guy a chance. You're Manchester United. You can sell the club yourself. He may well want to play for Manchester United. We just haven't heard from him yet because he's been on holiday.
Yeah, and of course Inter Milan still in for Lukaku, so this isn't a total given. Antonio Conte or Maurizio Sarri, that seems to be the choice. You said that managers previously haven't got the best out of him. Who can get the most out of Lukaku?
Well, I think from Antonio Conte's point of view, he is going to be absolutely fuming if he doesn't get Romelu Lukaku. He made it pretty clear over the last month or so that Lukaku was his #1 target.
And actually, even when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah, tried to sign him at Chelsea as well, and if he doesn't get him again, you know, he came into Milan with assurances that he would be backed, and to see Lukaku potentially go to one of Inter Milan's biggest rivals, he will be absolutely furious about that. And, you know, Paulo Dybala is, Carve mentioned last night, is looking at around £175,000 a week. That's after tax. So that's going to be over £300,000 a week. Now, we know that Inter Milan's, we know that Manchester United are in contract talks with the likes of David De Gea. You wonder if another player comes in on big money, how that will affect things there at Manchester United. But for Romelu Lukaku, yes, I mean, and this is how quickly things can change, because a week ago we didn't even know that Juventus were going to be in for Romelu Lukaku. So don't count Inter Milan out just yet, because things can change quickly in this window, as we've seen already.
Yeah, they can indeed. Remember, this is your show. It is Good Morning Transfers. We want you to get involved. Tweet us at Sky Sports News. Use that hashtag Transfer Talk. Let us know everything that you think about what we're talking. And we're going to discuss your club now. We're working our way through the Premier League table today. It is Leicester and Liverpool. Dave, what have you got for us?
Yes, we're looking at Leicester, and you have to say, I'm sure most Leicester fans will view this transfer window at the moment as a success, a qualified success. Yuri Tielemans was confirmed as a club record deal. They also needed another forward who's arrived in the form of Ayoze Perez. Now, James Justin was very impressive at Luton last season, and he'll be hoping to break into the team. Perhaps one of the most intriguing things about Leicester this season will be the returning loan players. Islam Slimani is still a Leicester player. Yes, he is still a Leicester player. He's been given extra time off after winning the Africa Cup of Nations. He's spoken about his desire to stay in the Premier League. Then there's Adrien Silva as well. He was on loan at Monaco last season as part of the Tielemans deal, but has played some part in pre-season despite saying he wants to leave the club. So how will Brendan Rodgers shape his squad with a week to go? And I'm not mentioning Harry. Use the hashtag Transfer Talk.
Let's move on to the champions of Europe, Liverpool. But what will it take to become the champions of England? Well, Liverpool are banking on the return of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Ryan Brewster from long-term injuries to be like new signings. But look, is that enough? No senior additions have been made to the squad from last season, with teenagers Harvey Elliott and Sepp van der Berg the only signings. Competition for Alberto Moreno, after Alberto Moreno left, appears to be the one position Liverpool may strengthen over the next week, but Brewster's return and Divock Origi's new contract, well, it looks like replacing Daniel Sturridge, who's now a free agent, is not a priority. Liverpool fans, what business would you like to see before next Thursday's deadline? Do Liverpool need to make a statement signing to close the tiny gap between them and Manchester City, or do they have enough to end their Premier League barren spell? Get in touch via the hashtag TransferTalk.